Hey friends, Lois with Ellie Grace's Attic here. For those of you who don't know me, I take old treasures and give them new life with handcrafted love. I primarily do that through wooden signs, but I love coming on and just encouraging you all to get crafty, sharing with you life hacks, easy recipes for the busy mom, and of course creative projects. And so since we're all in quarantine together, connecting over social media, Jordan and I have been bringing to you each day some creative time. He is around somewhere. He had to take a break. He'll be in here in a minute to help with the flowers. So what we did, we decided, I decided, I thought it would be fun to press some flowers, and that could kind of work into our learning time as well. So we got out on our property yesterday and picked some wildflowers, some weeds, different things that we could find. And so we have, I think, 3 or 4 different types of flowers that we identified yesterday. And are you coming, bub? Sorry that you have to see my laundry room, but it's where my iron is. We're going to use the iron today, and so that's what we're doing. Do you want to tell our friends, watch this iron because it's hot, do you want to tell them what kind of flowers we picked?
We picked a dandelion, a type of weed.
Wait, a dandelion.
A violet.
A wild, I think it's either a wild violet or, we looked it up, it's called henbred. And then an azalea, we have azaleas, a pretty dwarf azalea, and a hummingbird plant, which wasn't in bloom, but the leaves itself, it looks kind of like a fern. It's really pretty. So we have that, right? So what we did, when you pick flowers with the intention of pressing them, I used to do this all the time when I was a little girl. Oh, he's eating a pickle sickle. Don't get this on my ironing board because then my laundry will smell like pickles, okay?
Oh, I like that.
We don't want pickle laundry.
Hi, Miss Jana.
Hey, Miss Jana. Okay, so pressing flowers. When I was a little girl, I used to do it all the time. I love books. I've always loved books, and so anytime you would pick up one of my books, you would find flowers in the middle, and that is a great way to press flowers, but that method takes a good 3 to 4 weeks to let your flower dry out. You know, you stick it in the middle of a book and put several books on top of it, or squeeze it in the bookshelf really, tightly and let that press. But we don't have 3 or 4 weeks, or at least I'm not that patient. Are you that patient?
No.
To wait 3 or 4 weeks. Watch this, please. It's hot.
Hey, Jordan and Lois.
No, she's saying hey to us.
I
That's
know.
Miss Jana.
I know.
You're just reading the comments?
Yes.
Happy Saturday. Okay, can you move that for me? Can you put that over there and
What?
just let it, because I see a pickle sickle accident happening.
How?
So don't ask how, just please move it so it doesn't get with the iron. If you want to eat that, can you take it? See, you've already got pickle juice on the ironing board. Excuse me while I parent. Come move that over here, bub. Okay? And get a napkin and come clean this pickle juice up, please. Okay? All right, back to pressing flowers. I promise I'm gonna share something with y'all today. Okay, so we picked our flowers, and a good rule of thumb when you're picking the flowers, don't pick wet flowers because that's gonna promote mold. You don't want that. That's gross.
You know what I should do?
Make sure your flowers don't really have blemishes, that the petals are pretty and intact. You don't want torn ones.
I have a napkin.
Okay, I need you to move it and put it over there. You can eat it after the video, okay? Or you can go sit down at the table and eat it.
Okay.
But there's this hot iron. I don't want you to burn yourself, bub. Okay, so make sure your flowers are good and intact. And what I did, and you don't have to wait overnight, but we did because #RealLife. We started this yesterday, and then as you can see, it's easy to get distracted, and so I forgot about it actually, and so, but that's fine too. So what we did, we picked our flowers, we came in, I kind of trimmed them up, you know, the bottoms of the stems and whatnot, and then I took out some parchment paper, laid them kind of how I wanted them to be arranged on the parchment paper or on the final product, and we just folded the parchment in half like so, and then I took a book, a good heavy book or several smaller books, and I just laid it on top of the flowers to kind of flatten them out to get them ready to iron. So I've got this one, and we did two. So I did the same process for each thing, just put books on them. We got the Bible, and we got the Chronicles of Narnia, which you can see is pretty old. So we got two big heavy books weighing these down, and they've been sitting overnight. As you can see, they're pretty flat already. But what we're going to do now is dry them out using the iron, and that's going to kind of speed up our process just a little bit. Let me move the Bible over here. If y'all could see, like, stuff is shoved everywhere out of the screen, so I've had to pull the ironing board out. The dog is at my feet. The little's eating pickle sickles. So it's quite an adventure today.
Hey, we got a lot of people watching.
Hey, watch the wire, buddy. All right, so I have my iron on. This is a steam iron, but we do not want to steam anything, so make sure if you have a steam iron, I moved it to the dry iron setting. So you want a dry iron. Yes, Bubba? What?
Miss Donna is watching, Miss Carol
Donna?
is watching, and Miss
Nana
Kim.
cannot see. Let me look. Okay, I gotta get in so I can see who's watching.
Oh,
Hey Dana, hey Carol, Kim, how are y'all doing today? Alright, so we have our iron on the dry setting, and it's also on the lowest setting. Buddy, don't check that because that's what the camera's on. It's like one notch above off, so we're not trying to like really put a lot of heat. You just want it like it's warm. So you just want it warm, and so you're just going to press on top of your parchment paper, and you're going to go over your flowers. And just really kind of press as you go. You're just going to want to kind of stay on top, making sure the heat is on top of the flowers. I'm just kind of rotating because mine are a little wild. Not rotating, I'm kind of just going back and forth here. So, alright, so you're going to kind of hold it over the area for about 15 seconds, and then you can kind of check it out. Oops. You kind of want to do it 15 seconds at a time until your flowers are completely dry or where you want it. So it might take a few times. Jordan, Miss Kim asked if you're saving her a pickle sickle. Look.
We still have like 7 or 8 more.
He said we still have 7 or 8 more. That is what we do with our leftover pickle
Or
juice.
6.
We do not waste. He loves the pickle sickles, let me tell you. I will tell you this, for those of you that are pickle lovers, I've never seen one here, but in Southwest Louisiana, in our hometown, Sulphur, Louisiana, they have a snow cone stand. I want to say it's called Gumbo's. I can't remember. If Chelsea's watching, she can correct me, but I think it's called Gumbo's, and of course it's spelled G-U-M-B-A-U-X. And they make these mega snow cones. And one of them is called, what was it called, Jordan? Pickle Surprise?
Yes, ma'am.
Pickle Surprise. And it was pickle flavored, of course. And in the middle, once you ate your snow cone, like ate the ice and ate around it, when you got to the middle, there was a mega, you know, those ball-filled pickles? There was one of those in the middle of the snow cone. And I was like, you really, really have to love pickles. I love pickles, but I don't know if I could eat that. But the grandkids love it. Miss Carol, we are doing good. We are blessed. God is good. How about you guys?
And I have a song if you want me to sing it to it.
Kim, I like to drink the pickle juice too. Sometimes Jordan, that's what he wants with his supper is a glass of pickle juice. Okay. They're getting there. Like I said, it may take a few times. And then I'll show y'all how we're going to frame them. I do love pickle juice. That's a good, it's one of those cure-all things like orange juice, right? A good shot of pickle juice will cure what ails you. Oh, Miss Carol, you know, it's hard when you have a small business to be stuck at home like we are, but that is the safest place to be right now is at home. So we'll be praying for you.
That song that I sang to you?
No, Bub, not right now. All right, I think it's gonna do it. It might take several times. Let's do it one more time and then we're gonna frame it. Just really kind of put some pressure on it. It's sunshiny here today, so we were able to get outside, and my husband grilled some chicken we're going to eat for supper here in a little bit. So that was nice to get out and enjoy the sunshine. And we're blessed to live on just a little bit of property, so we kind of have a good little bit of land to roam on and get out. I don't know that I would be able to, I would not be coping as well. I think if I lived in an apartment or was in a tight space. All right, I'm gonna try to do the other one. Move this one over and let it cool off just a minute before I try to manhandle it. That one has the azalea. This one has the violets. We had so much fun finding flowers. That in of itself is a fun, the fun part of this is I got to get Jordan out in the yard and we went on a flower hunt and we had a little container where you were collecting them all in, and so that was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun trying to identify flowers too, and surprisingly a lot of weeds make really pretty flowers. I know that the wild violet is more of a weed than anything, the dandelion, but I love dandelions. So I'm just kind of, again, just firmly pressing and just making sure the heat touches all the flowers, just kind of drawing what little moisture is left out. We have, these are probably going to end up in our guest room. We already have some botanical prints in there, so this will be really cute in that room. So just 15 seconds at a time till you get them good and dry. Again, make sure your iron is on the dry setting on low heat. I did turn mine up just a little bit, but
I want to show them how much I like pickles.
what you got, bud?
So you saw how green the pickle sickle was from before? Now?
He sucked all the pickle juice out. Those are really, really easy to make. I think we posted about them earlier in the week. We just get the little condiment cups. They come like, they're at Walmart on the same aisle as the paper plates and all those things. And they come with the lids. They're like 50 or so in a pack, and they're only a few bucks. And they're great if you're, to put dressing in when you're packing lunches, things like that. But they also are great for pickle sickles. You can also use them for Kool-Aid pops. If you don't have the old-timey Tupperware thing, they're just really great for pops like that, because the kids can take them outside and whatnot. And it's just a nice little serving. Okay, there's that. So now to frame these, this is what I did. We went and dug in the garage. I have a stash. It's surprising how many stashes of things you have, or things that you have put up that you forgot about. But in my garage, with all my other wood and whatnot, I have a box of old frames, just ones that I've got at garage sales or at thrift stores, 50 cents, $1 here and there, because you can always do something with a picture frame. So never ever, this is my advice, this is my life lesson number 55 for you, never ever pass up a picture frame, especially when it's like 50 cents or $1. Pick those up. These are great. Hey, Mr. Charles, how are you today? You can always upcycle a picture frame and do about 2 million different crafts with it, so never pass up the picture frames, okay? So what I did, this one I think was wooden originally, it was brown, and I put a couple of coats of paint on these. I think this one was originally black, this one was brown. So I put like a layer of black paint on this one, and then on both of them I put like a layer of an antique white color. So then after that dried, I sanded them first, then painted them, and then after the paint's dried, then I took some antique wax, and I just brushed it on really quick. I brushed it on, and then I wiped it right off with a paper towel, and it kind of leaves behind just a little antique look. I know the light's kind of weird, but so they kind of have an antique-y vibe happening. So I have that. And then what I did was I took some craft paper and I just cut it out to match the glass of the frame. So that's going to be the backing, and it's going to go inside our frame. So super easy. If we're going to do this one, it'll be the little one. So now I'm just going to open my parchment paper. I'm going to put the glass kind of on top where I want it. Cute. I'm going to, well, I don't want my fingerprints all over the glass. I'm going to close the parchment, kind of tightly grab it. I'm going to flip it. And try not to rip up my flowers. Alright, don't do what I just did.
What?
Gently peel up the parchment. I turned my flower over, so because it's dry, I just gotta gently flip it back over.
Well,
Alright, now I'm gonna put,
the pickle sickle's
This.
history.
okay baby. Hey, hand me that small frame right there, please, sir. That one.
They're both very small.
Yes, and hand me the backing for it, please, sir.
I'm
Drop
guessing.
this in the frame.
Is this the backing?
No, I need the black thing right there. Yeah, not that one, the little one, please, sir.
It has to be this one.
Yes. Alright, this is the back of the frame, so we'll put this in.
I'm sorry how much I missed.
Dude,
I can't.
never be sorry for enjoying a pickle sickle.
I was about to say I had to have that in pickle sickle.
I know, sometimes you just need a pickle sickle. Okay, hold on, I'm trying to get the
Hello, Miss Dawn and
Miss Dawn's on. Okay.
how come
Cute.
Papa's not on?
And so here is our pressed flowers in the frame.
Okay, that actually looks like a fake.
It's cute, huh?
I know it actually.
Can you remember what each flower is to tell them? The yellow one is the what?
Dandelion.
The dandelion. And then the purple ones are what? They were I think that they were called henbred, but they were also called wild violets, right?
And then the pink one, I'm not sure.
Well, that's kind of a purple one. It's just smashed. So there's that one.
Stop.
And we'll do the big one. Can you throw this away for Nana, please? Alright, so we got that one. Let me unplug this iron real quick
Can I?
so I don't burn myself. What, bub?
Can I sit on this phone?
No, not right this second, please. Okay.
Aww.
Alright. So we're going to open that. We're going to put our glass on
Oh,
the
it's as
top.
simple as that.
We're going to move this one just a little bit like that, though, because
But it won't want. But it doesn't want to.
I know it doesn't really want to do that movement, does it? It wants to go that way. Might have to just...
I'll grab the scissors.
No, it'll be fine. We'll make it work. You just kind of have to play with it. Get it where you want it. Yeah, we might have to trim that off, huh? Alright, watch
Oh,
out.
I know what to do.
Wait.
I did it.
Alright. Alright,
It's-
hold on. Watch
it's
out,
as-
Mom.
It's as simple as that.
I'm gonna grab that. Flip it over.
Okay.
Hopefully it stayed where I had it,
Yes.
pretty much.
Pretty much.
Alright, we're gonna grab this guy and put it right here.
And then you need the frame.
I need the frame, yes sir, thank you.
And now you need that.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Life lesson number 55 of today.
Yes, for real. Alright, you got that?
Hello, Miss Harley.
Hey Arlie, how are you? Is that the top? Let me make sure. You ever put frames together and I'm like, oh, I forgot where the top, yep, that's the top. Okay. So we're gonna pop our little,
As simple as that.
ta-da.
Yay.
So there we go. There's our pressed flowers. So it was super easy. It was fun. Did you have fun collecting flowers?
I didn't. Yes, probably.
Probably. I had fun collecting
The
flowers.
only thing
Yes.
I was surrounded by wasps.
There were a lot of wasps out yesterday, that's for real. And carpenter bees, that's going to be our next project. We're going to build a carpenter bee trap, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how that turns out. So anyway, this was a fun project while you got your kids at home and you're trying to learn stuff. Get them outside. Do not press that button.
I'm not going to press it.
Everything just went sideways. Hold on. Don't hit this box because you'll knock our camera over.
Okay.
And then our friends won't be able to see what's happening.
No.
So, get the kids out. Obviously, we have a lot of energy to burn off. Identify some flowers in your own yard and have some fun. Press them with your iron on low, dry setting, parchment paper. It's super easy and they turn out super cute. So we're gonna go hang these in the guest room. So until we see you again, happy crafting. Get outside, do something fun. Love y'all.